Let's start this with a prayer. Dear Father, I thank you for this day and this opportunity to be used as a vessel to let your people know that you are available, able, and ready in the name of Yeshua from Nazareth. Let's cut this bread. It's Hosea 4, 5, and 6. You will stumble by day. No, let's start at 6. Let's just do 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because you have rejected knowledge, I will reject you from serving as my priest. Since you have forgotten the law of your God, I will also forget your sons. That's really what it is. We perish because we don't know. You don't know yourself. You don't know where you came from. You don't know where you hide the trauma. You don't know where all the pain is residing within you. And I only can say that because I know. Now, I'm not calling myself a priest in any way, shape, or form, but I know that I have a duty to God and his people because I am one of God's people and I know what he has done. So I'm not going to sit here and be quiet about anything that the Lord has ever done for me. Knowing that he is in charge, knowing that God has a plan and a purpose for me, knowing that I am fearfully and wonderfully made, knowing that Yeshua sacrificed his life so I could have this covenant relationship restored with the Most High. That's knowledge. Now, I don't know whoever said that, being broken was a bad thing. When the Lord breaks you, it's needed. It's needed for proper healing to begin. You have to dig up the ground in order, if you want to plant something, you can't plant it on concrete. So you're going to have to dig that concrete up so you can get to good ground so you can throw your seed in, it can fertilize, and it can produce a harvest. I was concrete. I didn't know that I was concrete. And me holding all these walls up. Now, God is talking to Israel here. This is the covenant. And, the word is literally so we can find out who God is. We can see how he has moved and worked and created from the jump. I know. It's better to give credit to some man than it is to God. But you're going to be destroyed by the knowledge if you don't understand that the Most High is in control. You think you have control, and I think this is what the enemy offers you, the ability to be in this world and to choose what you want for you instead of consulting the Most High. God, what you think I need? Jehovah, you here? You listening? Are they lying on you? I didn't get, man, and I've heard this story before, I've read this story before, but to really live through this story is a different thing. Being in a position where God tells you to do something that's not really what you would do. It's not the norm, it's not accepted. But God telling you, stay. I want you to stay so you can show my people that I love them, even though they have a spirit of infidelity. Because they're running off all the time. And I know that because I used to be one of those people who ran off on God. I can't even tell you how many times I ran off on him. Man, I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back and holler at you later. I had to go through whatever I had to go through. And when I was done getting beat up by that, then I had to come back to God and be like, oh my gosh, I was wrong. Because I was. But also seeing God's mercy and his grace and his patience and his temperament. You did a lot of things to me. And you hurt me when I have only been here and fulfilling my end of this contract that we have together. I'm going to take care of you in ways that none of these carved images that you've created can, they don't talk to you. They don't engage in your life. God is I want to be in every aspect of your life. Having having to see that in these words and having to live this in real life, and being in a situation where I am heartbroken and, I see somebody breaking bad on me, and then realizing that God is always in control because he says, my people perish for lack of knowledge. You can die in the nothingness that happens from rejection. You can die in the nothingness that comes from self-gratification. You can die in the nothingness that comes from doing what you want because this is what you think is best. And it's not. It's not. I legit have seen God in a different light because of this situation, because of this story. And today I tried to make this, and I was like, God, I just want to get to the good part. I'm tired of Israel and Ephraim like not getting it, and you giving them chance after chance after chance after chance. Almost sounded like Jonah. I was Jonah. But he said, my people perish from lack of knowledge because they reject the knowledge. They reject the understanding. They reject that I could really love them to this magnitude, past your sins, past your faults, past your indiscretions, past your breaking of this contract that we had. I'm going to love you. You're going to serve me. You're going to worship me. You're not going to have any other gods before me. You're going to keep my days holy. You're not going to steal. You're not going to kill. You're not going to be an adulterer. You're not going to break bad. Everything speaks to love and loyalty. Everything speaks to love and loyalty. I didn't know how much he loved me. I didn't know how loyal God was. Because when you're broken, you could try to find a vice that's going to help you, but it's not going to work. If it's not him, there's going to be no peace in it. And then he even gets to a point where he's like, you know what? I'm going to let you have what you want. You know how mad, you know how far you got to push God for him to be like, I'm just going to hit it on you. And when you've had enough, you'll come back. How far can people push us? How much can they do? You know what I'm saying? Before we're like, nah, yeah, I ain't coming back. You done messed up. I have no feelings. I feel indifferent about you. And I don't even know how to proceed from here correctly because you violated my trust. You violated this commitment. You violated my love. You violated my loyalty. And I'm just a person. But to see it from God's perspective, and it humbled me. Hosea has humbled me. The way that God has dealt with his people has humbled me. I don't need anything else. I know what's coming. I know that we're at the end. I know God is like, are you doing what you can do to let people know I'm available, able, and ready? All you got to do is holler at me, call me. Call me. You're going through something and you don't understand it, just call on him. It ain't nothing special. Call on him and he's going to answer you and he's going to come through and he's going to show you who he is. He's waiting on you. That's the knowledge, and you ain't got to perish. This is the life. For real. It's not sitting in the church and doing, I don't even know what these people do in church, but let me tell you, it ain't what God is like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy that you go to church every Sunday, because it's not the day that I picked, or that you're set apart and set aside, that you don't help the people in the streets. You're too good. You separated yourself. You know how Jehovah's Witnesses do. The Catholics, the Seventh-day Adventists, the Pentecostals, the Lutherans. That ain't God. Holla at 'em.